Hello everyone, today I would like to share a topic that is in TwinCAT3, how can we link the tag to input and output hardware signal card in the Beckhoff controller system. In previous videos, I showed how can we connect the Beckhoff controller. I used the CX2030 controller as an example, and we used two ways to connect with this controller. One way is I set up the dynamic or IP address automatically way. Second way, I used one fixed IP address and try to connect this controller and upload the program from the Beckhoff controller to the TwinCAT3 project. So in this video, I will briefly show how can we link the tag to the I/O card, because once you figure out how can we connect the tag into this hardware card, after this you can focus on your internal logic programming. And for the programming test, you can use the local mode, do the simulation test. So this video, this topic will be a very important bridge connect your logic to the outside hardware card. So to start up the TwinCAT3 software, we can go two ways. One way is go to the right side corner and click this button, blue button, and press the right click and select this TwinCAT3 XAE shell. Another way is we go to our desktop and select this. Usually I will prefer select Run as an administrator. We start up the software. And once we start up the TwinCAT3 software, we go to File, New. We'll create a new project. To create a one TwinCAT3 project, we select the TwinCAT projects. Take care here, we need to select this project rather than the PLC. So select the projects. We select this TwinCAT XAE project. And from here, you can select the location directory as well as the name. So my project, TwinCAT Project Connection PLC. And hit the OK to set up this solution project. Okay, by default, here that is a local. That means currently our TwinCAT is just a local status. We haven't connected the actual controller yet. So to connect one controller, so I connect, use the Ethernet cable, connect with this controller that is a CX2030, and click choose the target system. And currently, the controller in this list, they all shows a question mark here. That means the software haven't connected the controller yet. To scan the controller, this software can connect. So we go to Search Ethernet. And we clicked Broadcast Search. So we can find the underneath, the green bar shows a port size. And that small square icon is flashing red and yellow. So it finds this controller. We add the router and check that a secure ADS makes the connection more easier. Especially for the TwinCAT3, I installed that is a 4024 version. So if you use the version lower than this, you won't see this secure ADS. So that's why I uncheck this, makes these settings more common. So for the user, the default username that is administrator, and the password that is 1. So we type in 1 and click OK. So after we hit the add router, so once your TwinCAT3 system can connect this controller, we can see that connected, under that connected word, it shows one small cross there. That means your software already been connected with this controller. So after this, we can click the close. So once you shift back, you can see it shows a blue icon. That means now we can connect this controller. Blue means this controller now is in a configuration mode. So system asks us to shift to this TwinCAT RTX86, and the blue icon means the controllers is in a configuration mode, and the system, our TwinCAT3 is connecting with this controller. Keep in mind, now we are in a configuration mode. So to scan all the hardware in this system, we can go to the I/O, go to the device, click this scan button. So let the software to scan all the actual hardware or modules in this system. So keep in mind we are in the configuration mode. If you are in a run mode or the system already run, you cannot find this button. So let's hit the scan. So the system will try to find all the modules. Now we are in a configuration mode. Decheck. So we only select the EtherCAT, scan the boxes. So now it's very important. Now the system will shift to a free run mode. Under this mode, the system is still in a configuration mode. I mean, it's not in a run mode. It's in a free run mode. That means the basic hardware is working, but currently we don't have a logic is running anything. So under this free run, if your system already connected with a sensor or the point meter, so analog sensor, so from this hardware, under the free run mode, you can see the signals from the input channel. Under the free run, usually we can use this mode running as an I/O test. For example, after your panel finished the assembling, so the first thing you need to power up the system, check off the voltage, and check off the I/O connection, do a I/O test and a pull test. We hit the yes, enable this free run mode. So you can see the icon shows a red and a blue is switching, blinking there. That means we are in a free run mode. So from here, we go to the analog input card, click the value, go online. We can see this channel is reading the signals from the actual sensors. And we go to the input card, that is EL1008. From here, click the input, the first channel, go online. We can see it's connecting one button. When I click the button, we can see the signal is toggle. So now we are still in a free run and a configuration mode. After you finish the I/O test, from here we can set up the PLC project. So we can click the PLC, add new items. So we name this PLC project Standard PLC. Click the Standard PLC project, click the Add. The system is creating this project. This is the main program. Okay, we go to the global variable. We create a global variable list. It named IO. So under this IO, you can rename other name, but usually I will prefer to create a tag under the cell. That tag is served for you control-wise, and create one IO list. Basically, all the input and output tags are under this global list. So from here, I will use the one digital input tag and one digital output tag as an example. Type B, that is a bool, input number 1. AT, that is a syntax. For the input, we type in %I star bool semicolon. That is the input. For the output, let's type in bool b output AT %Q represent output star colon bool semicolon. So that is the input and output. We create two global tags. To use this tag, because both tags are under the IO global list, to use them, we need to type in IO dot and select this tag name. That is the full name of the global tag. So after this, we can go to the hardware, go to the channel, click this change link. From here, we can select the tag you named AT%I or Q and link your hardware channel to your global tag. But you can find why this table is empty. That's because we just create this tag. We haven't compiled or built this project yet. After you build this project, the TwinCAT3 will create an instant inside this project, allow this link to find this tag. So we go to build solution. Check if there are some errors here. Okay, they create an instance behind. And this time we go to the channel. Once we go back to this hardware channel, we click the relink, we can find, so this time this channel can find this link. So also we can find this, because when we declare this tag, we name it AT%I star, this EL1008 card, that is input module. So it will only find the input tags from this global list. So we can see it named io.b input n1. To link this tag, we click it and click OK. That is the input. So after this, we go to the output EL2008, change link. So because this is EL2008, that is a digital output module. And our tag B output N1, we declared 80% Q star. So this tag represents output tag. So that's why when we click this output, it only finds the output tags. So to link this output, we click this tag and click the OK. So we finish the output channel connection. After this, we build the solution again. For the analog input and analog output, for the tag, we will declare integer. For the digital, we will declare bool. So the analog input and output will be the same idea. So to demonstrate, I only demonstrate input and output. After we connect our tag to the hardware, basically we finish the hardware configuration. So we need to download the hardware configuration to let the system know, okay, this is your tag and this is your hardware channel configuration. To download the hardware configuration, we will go to the active configuration. So this active configuration is a similar idea as on other PLCs, for example, Allen Bradley or Siemens. So usually we need to download the hardware configuration, and then after this, we need to download the program and go online to diagnose, test your program. So the similar idea. So the first things, we need to download the hardware. Click this active configuration And after you download this configuration, you need to wait for a couple seconds because you know the Beckhoff system, that is a PC-based system. So once you download, you need a couple seconds waiting for the system to restart. Click this active. Click this Alt Start. So that allows you, once the system start, recycle power, your controller can restart. We click the run mode, allow system to switch to a run mode. So once it switch to run mode, we can see this icon that is green and a small gear running inside. That basically give you two informations. One is your system now is in run mode, but maybe your program is not in a run, but your hardware system is in run mode. Another information, that means if this small gear is running, that means your TwinCAT3 is connecting with this system. So after the hardware configuration download, we go to the software portion and try to download the software. I mean the code. To download the code, we need to go to this login button. So keep in mind this login will have 3 minutes. So firstly, if this is the first time you download the code, once you hit the login, the TwinCAT3 will download all your code into the controller. Secondly, it also means if you download the code, if you do offline change something, and once you hit the login, it will pop up one window like this. Ask you, do you need to change only download or download everything? If you hit download everything, the system will restart. Usually, we will prefer to click this first one, online change. It's similar idea like an online edit for other PLCs. Third, if your program is the same as an online code, so once you hit the login, that means you try to go monitoring online to check what the actual values in this program, what the actual status. Basically, we will do the commissioning and online test your code. This is the first time I download, so let's hit the login and download the code into the system. So once we hit the button, sometimes the system will ask you to start. Don't forget, press this start button. So once it starts, we can see the system is showing the actual status of the tag. If you hit the log out, it doesn't mean your system will stop. Log out means you just switch off monitoring mode. The system will keep running. Basically, if you want to do some offline program or do some configuration, you need to click this log out. Click log out. So now we are in offline monitor mode. You can do some offline change. We click this login. So now we are in online mode. We can select this watch number 1 list to monitor some important tag. We can type in the tag into this list. Now the system is in a run mode, so from here we cannot find that scan mode anymore, unless you switch the system to configuration mode. See, we cannot find that scan anymore. Here, keep in mind, if you hit this restart TwinCAT configuration mode, once you hit this button, you will switch TwinCAT controller system to a configuration mode. That means your controller will shut down, will not in a run mode. So very carefully to hit this button. So when you connect one actual machine, that machine is in a running mode. So usually we just hit the login or log out. We won't hit this run or restart to configuration mode. So because once you hit this button, you will change the control system to run or configuration status. So once you hit this button, after hit yes, this whole control system will in a stop mode, in a configuration mode. So we can see the icon underneath. So once we switch to configuration mode, you can find this scan button. And from here, you can check if your system is matched or not. If I delete offline configuration, and if you scan it again, and we go to scan again, we go to scan. So the system will find the left side that is online, right side that is offline config status. If you trust your online status, you can click this copy all. So the system will copy the online configuration to the offline configuration. After you scan again, it will show configuration is identical. So to let your system run, so we hit this green button to switch your system from the configuration mode to start running mode. Keep in mind this. So that is a very simple example to show how we can create one global value, and your global value, we declare their input and output. And after this, don't forget to build solution, build your project. And once you build a project, the system will create instance in the project. After that, you go to the hardware, select the channel, allows your channel can link the tags you just create. So that is a basic idea, how we can link the tags to the hardware input and output card. So that is for today.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumb up. If you like to watch more videos in my channel, please subscribe. See you in next video.